Hey all, my name's Max Rowski. I am the general manager here at the Vansmith. You know, the reason I got into this industry is it opens up so many avenues. It's not always about your vehicle, it's not always about the van, it's about what do you take that out and what do you do from it. Having an adventure vehicle, having a van just opens up all these opportunities to do awesome things outside of that adventure vehicle.
One of the first questions you have to ask yourself before building a van is, what do you need to use this van for? What is its purpose? Are you going to be living in it full time? Does it need to carry 10 bikes? Are you just using it for a weekend warrior? These seem like really basic questions, but we get it a lot where people want a ton of stuff in their vans, but you really just have to dial down as to what it's going to be used for, and you can really exclude a lot of hardship when you realize, I just want to go mountain biking, or I just want to go climbing. Building it around your lifestyle is probably one of the best things that you can do, and best things you can start thinking about before doing anything.
We get a lot of people that call us asking for a van that can do 800,000 things. You know, the conversation we always have with somebody first is usually, you know, what's important to you, what are must-have, what are needs, but then also what are wants, because sometimes you're going to have to make compromises. You know, you're asking to do a lot of things in a really small space. You have to think about what's most important to you and what's going to be comfortable for you, because we've worked with a lot of other company vans, for example, that, you know, it feels like you're in a closet the entire time because there's no space, because you try to cram so much in there. So think about what's important, think about what you need, and what you're going to do with it.
In order to get a good understanding of how your van needs to be built, we're going to go do a little bit of a role play of our typical client conversation that we have before building our van. So Max, tell me a little bit about yourself. What are you going to use this van for? Do you have any other people coming with you? Are you going to be using this van in the wintertime? Is four-wheel drive a priority? And overall, how long do you plan on keeping this van for? Is this your home, or are you a weekend warrior?
I'll definitely have some other people joining with me. I'm sure my fiance is going to want to use the van as well. And then we have a little adventure pup, so she'll be with us too. So those will be the main companions that'll be in the van with us. Big cyclist myself, so I'll definitely be wanting to take it out on weekends by myself. My fiance and I are big hikers as well, big campers, so you know, there's probably going to be trips where we're just out hanging out. I can't see us doing more than a week trip at a time. We're just looking for primarily, you know, a weekend adventure type thing with the capacity to do more if needed.
It sounds like you're needing something that's fairly basic, that gets the job done, maybe a more advanced thing, possibly a water heater, and then heat to keep your van warm if you do end up taking this thing out in the wintertime. Definitely suggest getting some upgraded tires, keep you solidly planted on the road when the roads aren't super dry. And then a bed. Bed height of 36 inches of clearance underneath will allow you to keep your bikes inside. If you want to do mounts on the outside, we can certainly do that as well. But I would just say overall, basic layout, nothing too crazy, which is exactly where most vans should lie. I would say one of the biggest things about van life is just starting off with these list of questions. So that way you can eliminate things like, I want to shower inside of my van, because most times you do not. You're really going to want to give a rundown. And one of the best things and best pieces of advice when I do consultations with people who are going to be doing a DIY van is spend more time thinking about what you're going to be doing than you think you need. Whether that be, you know, several months, you know, give it some thought. Write a list down and then start plotting things out. Tape something out on the ground if you don't have the van yet that will be your footprint. And that will really, really help get you to understand the limited space that you're actually working with. When you step into an empty cargo van, your immediate thought is like, this is huge. Put a bed in that cargo van and a galley, all of a sudden it is no longer huge. So really prioritize what you're going to be using this thing for. And if you're one of those kind of people who mountain bike, climbs, kayaks, hikes, all of a sudden your van is completely and totally packed. Think critically about what this van will be, because this is no cheap task. Even if you do it as cheap as you can, it's still going to be a lot of money. So put some serious time and put some serious effort into writing down what you're going to be using this thing for and how you're going to be using it.
understanding your limitations in small areas is really ideal. We get a lot of people that rent vans from, say other companies or come look at one of ours in the shop. And that gives you a good idea of what you like in your van, the layout that you have in your van. That's really key because there's a lot of things that go in these things that you don't know until you know. We definitely recommend people do your research first, and that's obviously what this course is about too.
What's really, really cool about the whole van life thing is don't lose sense of what van life actually means. Like a great saying is there is elegance and simplicity. And if your van has to do 6 different functions, it almost always falls apart, never looks the way you want it to. And it's you eventually just go, this is such a pain, and either try to get rid of it or revamp it somehow.